Hi everyone. So today we're gonna find out some interesting news that's more like clickbait. So let's try searching Google for science, and you have to have, news, and let's see what comes up. So okay, we go into the news section and just click science. Oh, and we have a couple of news pieces. So let's see. There's three of the same news. So it's interesting because they all seem to have the same figure, like ice created some kind of metal. So they have, like, scientists have created a new type of ice. So, okay, this news at Smithsonian says that it's still the ice, and then the Science News says that water is weird. A new type of ice would help us understand why. Okay, so this is also again a clickbait as to why, like, in ordinary terms, you could just state a title like, okay, they did this and this happened. Scientists created a weird type of ice that is almost exactly as dense as water. Okay, so they created a liquid ice. That's kind of cool. So let's delve deep into what's going on here. So let's say Science News seems authentic. So, oh, ice, amorphous physics, chemistry. So water is weird. The unusual amorphous ice has a density close to that of liquid. Okay, they say that the unusual amorphous ice has density close to that of liquid water. So ice cubes float in water because they're less dense than the liquid. Okay, that's fine. But a new phone type of ice has density nearly equal to what's in your water glass. Okay, that means the ice won't float. Okay, we are fine so far. Searches for this ice. If you could plop this ice in your cup without it melting immediately, it would blob around, neither floating nor sinking. Cool. The new ice is a special type called an amorphous ice, and water molecules that aren't arranged in a neat pattern. Okay, other types of amorphous ice are nearly almost okay. Understand. Some scientists hope this newly made amorphous ice could help solve scientific mysteries that swirl around water. So what are the mysteries that swirl around the water? So far in this paragraph, all I've learned is that the ice has the same density as water, which is almost okay in one of the other titles. So that means water molecules in it aren't arranged in a neat pattern. Okay, to generate new scientists use surprisingly simple technique. Okay, they called ball milling involves shaking a container of ice in stainless steel balls and cool to 77 kelvins. Okay, they cooled it nearly 200 minus 200 degrees Celsius. I don't care. Researchers are always motivated by curiosity. What does this line even mean? Okay, they didn't expect the technique to produce a new amorphous ice. It was sort of Friday afternoon idea we had. Oh, come on. Like, that's bullshit. Whenever you hear a scientist say, oh, it suddenly popped into my head, it's usually all those aha moments are followed by like long time of contemplation, or you're studying researches on that, and eventually you're like, oh, we came to this conclusion, which was we had 50 failed experiments and this one succeeded. They had a little signal. Let's make it out to be a news. So analysis of how X-rays scattered from frosty stuff suggested that it created an amorphous ice. Okay, and computer simulations that mimic the effect of ball milling. Okay, you have to be open as a scientist to the unexpected. Okay, isn't that the rule of science or something? Mondiner said the ball milling technique, he says, was quite innovative to do. Okay, that's why it's on the newspaper. Okay. By mashing up normal ice, its relationship to liquid water is unknown. Didn't we just say it has the same density as liquid water? It's unclear whether it can be produced directly by cooling liquid water. Share this connection with their liquid state. Huh. The ice might help scientists better understand water's quirks. What are those quirks? Please, come on. Water is puzzling because it floats it flouts the norms for liquid. For example, oh, finally, whereas most liquids become denser upon cooling, water gets denser as it gets close to 4 degrees centigrade, but becomes less dense as it's cooled further. Okay, finally, we have some facts. That's interesting. Water's weirdness is connected to its behavior as a super cool liquid. Okay, pure water can remain. Interesting. Okay, new ice could be special form of water called the glass. Glasses can be made by quickly enough that the molecule can rearrange into crystalline structure. Okay, there are other liquids. Is a glass state of water. Scientists would need to work out how it fits in the dual liquid picture. Interesting. Skeptical the new material has any connection to the weird physics of liquid water. Okay, University of Innsbruck in Austria thinks that the ice is closely related to very small distorted ice crystals rather than liquid form of water. Okay, the structure is still ice, but it's same density. Serially produced simulation suggests that the water could form glasses of a range of densities close to liquid water, says a computational physicist. Okay, so this is an interesting article, but all I've concluded from this is we got some ice, we applied some pressure, it broke down, and now the density is close to water. So cool, yes. Okay, let's look at some other science news. Okay, let's just go to sciencenews.com, whatever that is. Okay, interesting. Here are 3 people animal collaborations based dolphins and Brazilians. Okay, we care about that. How plant muscles fold up a mimosa leaf fast. 50 years ago, scientists debated when humans first set foot in North. Why are we talking about it now? Okay, okay. So all of the bases in DNA are not. That's the problem with science. We just try to make something out of a news that really no one cares about. A newfound crockless frog may communicate via touch. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's see. This is pretty new. Okay, the frog doesn't croak, so it's basically someone who can't talk. So they're going to communicate via touch because we understand croaking so well. So, anyways, many frogs have unusual characteristics, from turning translucent to being clumsy jumpers. Okay, we're talking about frogs here. The spines on the might help their female counterpart recognize potential mates via touch. Okay. We spotted a little frog only about 25 meters away while surveying. Okay, this was done in 2019. They teamed with the animal now named. Okay, it's a new species. It was the wrong color. Most of the zebra has green and silver. So we called it a new thing. Agreed, let's do some genetics. Oh, cool. Okay. So each frog species in this voiceless group includes, okay, all 7 of them previously known species endangered or vulnerable. Like what? Okay. So okay. So we have 2 science news. I mean, I shouldn't be saying too much, but let's see. Okay, water is weird. A newfound crockless. Are your cats having fun or fighting? Here are some ways to tell. See, the thing with the titles is, you could all summarize it in one line, but you gotta so here's so when a story starts, there's a subtitle. Certain behaviors hint at how your cat feels about its playmate. Okay, would you just tell us the behaviors? Okay. Are your cats Are your cats play fighting or fighting for real? Oh, that's a word play. Nice. It's oh my god. That's a nice joke. It turns out that certain behaviors in domestic cats could be telltale signs that our interaction is friendly, aggressive. Okay, we already mentioned that there are certain hints. How many times do you have to? That's why no one reads these days. It is a question we hear a lot from their owners. Okay, so I was excited to see that researchers are okay, come on, get to the point. Scientists have studied cats' social relationships both with other cats and human, but it can be tricky to tell whether two cats are playing or fighting, says a veterinarian. And cat behavior researchers, okay. Sometimes cat owners miss the signs of tense relationship between, they think their pets are just playing, which can lead to stress and illness in animals. Okay, so far we have assessed there's some indication that your cat's fighting versus playing, and you gotta know about it, but just tell me already. Watch about 100 videos, different cats interacting in pairs. After viewing around 1/3 of the videos, okay, that's like 33 something, it identifies 6 types of behavior, including wrestling. That's a not, okay, still, are they different cat? Okay, they are different cats. So staying still, she then watched all of the videos and noted how often each cat exhibited one of the specified behaviors and for how long. By running statistical analysis, okay, that's a statistical analysis is basically we found the mean or average to like complex things. Everything is just statistical analysis. Okay, they said they identified 6 behaviors, and now they're saying 3 types of interactions: playful, aggressive, and intermediate. Okay, no, this is a bit extreme. Like, it's playful or it's aggressive. Like, it's like saying when a human comes talk to you, they will either be playful, they're nice to you, or they're rude to you, or they're somewhere in between. Cool. To confirm the outcome, other members of the team also watched the videos and classified each interaction between felines. Some clear connections. I haven't yet seen what the clear connection is. Quietly, okay, emerge. Quietly wrestling, for instance, suggested playtime. Quietly rest. How is quietly wrestling? You're wrestling and you're quiet? There's chasing and vocalization, like growling, hissing. That's a news? Like, okay. Intermediate interactions had elements of both, especially in prolonged activity of one cat towards the other. Okay, that's interesting. There's in between kind of, okay, they've like wasted 10 paragraphs on nothing. Owners. So you could have summed up this article by just saying that please pay attention to your cat. Okay, you would be the scientist that discovered this phenomena had you just observed your cat for a long period of time, and your neighbors and your friends. Okay,